Well, it's a little story about an adventure I had in junior high school. I call it Lookout Valley Junior High, Taking Heat and Young Love. To claim I was totally blameless in the matter of my school problems would be a tad dishonest. In the 8th grade, I fell in love for the first time. Maggie sat behind me in English class, and my crush on her would have put a python to shame. She was a full-blown woman at 15. Statuesque, about 5'10", with short, sandy blonde hair, captain of the girls' junior varsity basketball team, and smart and funny. I, on the other hand, was an awkward kid, barely 5 feet tall, maybe 75 pounds soaking wet. I guess you could say that we did not see eye to eye, more of a eye to chest sort of thing for me. We were friends, but the infatuation was far from reciprocal. Maggie occasionally wore this floral perfume. One Thursday I asked her what it was called. She said Jungle Gardenia. I asked if she could get me a bottle and how much it cost. She said yes, and it was $2 for the smaller bottle. She said if I brought the money on Friday, she would pick up a bottle at the drugstore where she worked over the weekend. She was a teacher's daughter, and they lived in a neighborhood across town. I tapped into funds generated by my counterfeit hall pass enterprise and brought her the money. The following Monday, she met me before school with a half-pint bottle of Jungle Gardenia. I thanked her profusely and stored it in my locker. I had an after-school job helping the custodian clean up the school. My job was emptying the waste paper cans and straightening rows of desks as they mopped up the floors in the classrooms. I did not have to mop because I was too small to handle the heavy commercial mops. The custodian's office was in the utility area. It was always hot because the school had a boiler and a forced air heating system. A large fan blew air across the steam pipes and then through the air ducts throughout the school. To reduce costs, the air was recirculated. The system had an access point to change the air filters. That evening, after we finished cleaning for the day, the custodian went to make his rounds, locking the outside doors. As he did, I slipped into the mechanical room. I opened the air duct access door and poured the full half-pint bottle of Jungle Gardenia perfume on the hot steam pipes and closed the door and headed home. Well, as our bus arrived the next morning, everyone was standing outside in front of the school, and I could smell the sickening sweet odor before we got off the bus. Students and faculty were milling about with more than a few gagging. I could see Mr. Bean, our principal, Maggie, and the custodian standing off to the side. Mr. Bean was rigid, and Maggie was mortified. When the custodian spotted me getting off the bus, he nodded as he suppressed his smile. It was clear to me that my cover was completely blown. Maggie, of course, recognized the perfume, and of course the custodian knew that I had to be the culprit. Well, Mr. Bean had already called my mother, and she arrived shortly to take me home. Everyone got 2 days off while they opened all the windows and doors and ran the heating system 24 hours a day to clear the air in the school. Maggie didn't speak to me for a month, and I was fired from my after-school job, and, well, I got to make my second trip to see the psychiatrist. Thank you.